Watch him stretch.
This is why we need to have children.
Hi, I'm Alex.
I'm Kim.
Here's a little bit about us. I'm a systems engineer for a large defense contractor in the area.
And I'm an elementary school teacher.
The two of us have been trying for a child for a long time, but it hasn't been able to work out for us. So, here we are, asking you to bless our home with a child. We live in a suburb, kind of out in the country, further outside of Denver. It's nice out here, it's real quiet. We're far enough away from the city where we don't have to hear the hustle and bustle, but we're close enough to be able to do anything we want. I went to school in Minnesota for about a year, year and a half. Yeah, it was a year and a half. And that's actually where I met Kim.
I had decided to specialize in a specific area of teaching and went to a different college, but I didn't actually meet Alex until maybe 4 weeks before my graduation.
I saw her in our chapel. I'd be sitting further in the back and she'd go and sit in the far front. And I'd be like, oh, hey, she's pretty good looking. I've never seen her before. She must be new here.
I was working at a hotel in a small town nearby as a receptionist, and my friends were kind of pestering me to go out to a bar after work, and I said, no, I'm too tired to go, and they insisted that I go.
Then she knocked on the door and walked in. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's her.
We played darts and had drinks, and I didn't actually know his real name.
She smoked me in darts, 'cause she's just good that way.
That night, I had just asked around, hey, do you guys know who this guy is? Who is he? And described him, and eventually one of the girls in the dorm knew who he was.
But then we ended up seeing each other more and more. I ended up shaving my head a couple days later.
I didn't recognize him at all because he had this auburn reddish hair and then just nothing.
So I had a completely different look. And I was down in the cafeteria and I was walking out and I waved at her. I saw her sitting at a table, so I waved at her and she just scowled at me as I was walking out. I'm like, oh my gosh, she hates me. Why does she hate me? It didn't dawn on me that I didn't have any hair. So I talked to her about it later and she's like, oh no, just some drama with friends. I'm like, oh, okay. And she said, I also didn't recognize you. One of our best memories up there was it was pouring rain and there were hundreds of thousands of big night crawlers, I mean foot-long worms, that were out on the sidewalk, and she was terrified of them. So I gave her a piggyback ride for about a quarter mile on the sidewalk to take her back to her dorm.
See, not every Christmas, but the week right after, we go to my parents' house in Wisconsin, and we were there visiting for over New Year's, and I guess Alex had decided that that was the time he was going to propose.
I did say, will you marry me? And then she said yes.
He had a series of trainings over the next couple months. Then after the trainings, he was gone for about a year.
Well, I mean, that's a testament to her character. There would be weeks where we wouldn't talk to each other.
I spent a lot of time with his family. They were always just very reassuring that he was okay.
December 9th of 2010 was when I landed back on American soil, which was one of the best days of my life.
So we started trying to have a family about 4 years ago. And we spent the first year just trying to go about it naturally. And then given family history on my side, we decided that we would try medical assistance. And we did that for about 3 years, different procedures and things, and nothing took. So we just started looking at it as maybe that wasn't the path that God had in mind for us. So here we are today, taking a different path, one that maybe was intended for us all along and we just never knew it.
I really saw how good of a parent she will be when we found out that we couldn't have kids. And the emotional toll that it took on her tore me apart.
Alex has always wanted kids. He's always made that very apparent that a family was always something that he wanted in the future. And seeing him with nieces and nephews, just the joy that it brings makes us want the same thing here for ourselves.
Inside, she was born to be a parent. It's just not possible for us.
I can't imagine the choices that you've had to make coming to this point in your adoption journey. But I hope that it's obvious how much it would mean to Alex and myself to have a child in our home.
You can be a true blessing for us by providing us with a child that we can't have.
And it would just mean the world to us to be able to fill that void in our hearts that we have right now.
That would be the culmination of our life by you making this decision. And I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thanks.